Live it, breathe it, love it. All sports, double coverage.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Double Coverage. We hope you're still living, loving, and breathing sport. I am Dom with the great man Sauce. How you going?
Good, Doma. Good. Back for another week, of course. Show number 58. We've got a number of things on the cards, and I'll tell you what, the Lemon this week, he is going to cop an absolute serve. So don't you go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, because it is going to be a blinder.
It's very exciting. Sometimes we struggle for Le Mans and we have to scale very hard, but, sometimes we just fall in our lap, Sauce.
Exactly. And this one just fell straight in our lap.
It's just easy as anything. So we'll get straight into it. NFL's back on the cards today because we've got some preseason games. We're just going to chat about it. We're not going to deep dive into it too much. Obviously, EPL starts this week. We're not going to deep dive into that too much. The soccer card collective will be doing all that for us on Monday nights, from Monday past all the way through forever, hopefully. So they'll be covering all your soccer needs, cards, leagues, everything, news.
And the first episode was a belter, Doma.
It was a banger, absolute banger.
And if you are interested in soccer cards or you want to learn more about soccer cards, that is the podcast to listen to, because those three gentlemen on there, Lukey, Dan, and Vincent, aka Card Hour, they know what they're talking about. And that's what we want to bring at Double Coverage Media, is bring quality content. So
legit, Sauce, 100%. Couldn't agree more. So we will cover Prem and we will talk some Messi. We'll give our thoughts on Messi, Paris Saint-Germain. Sauce is going to go on the record and drop what he's been telling me and everyone else for the last week. So it's going to be on record in this podcast, so stay tuned for that. Obviously, UFC, we'll cover that. Very disappointing day for Saucy, but you can't get away from it. Yeah, Sauce said it was an out and out pounding.
Yeah, it was demolition. So we'll go through it when we get to it, Doma.
Then Le Mans of the week, then Hobby Talk, which is brought to you by somebody very special and dear to us in the hobby. So, which is pretty good. We're going to be, it's a sponsorship and not a sponsorship, but we're affiliated with Card Ladder now. So Hobby Talk will be brought to you by Card Ladder each week, which is pretty cool. All right, we'll start off with the AFL, Sauce. We'll get straight into it. Round 21, Geelong versus GWS, 84-65, win by the Giants. The Blues got slapped against Gold Coast, 19 points. It's pretty much over.
He's done. He's done.
See you later. Clarko's in. Richmond defeated North. Needless to say anything on that.
Should have done better in that game, Dom. Missed your chances in the first half. And
game should have been finished in the first half. We should be up by 10 goals in the first half.
You absolutely dominated, and that's why it's a game of two halves, and you got to play four quarters, and you
Correct.
just didn't play efficient enough in the first two, that's for sure.
We'll poo in the second half. St Kilda defeated Sydney in an upset, beat them by 29 points. Adelaide lost to Port Adelaide 55-51. Hawthorn defeated Collingwood 97-78. Western Bulldogs were defeated by your mighty Bombers in the upset of the round, in my opinion, 97-84. Great win.
Over the moon, Dom. Over the moon, because as I said, bogey side, massive bogey side for us. And look, we've got some young players. I'm really excited with the way our list is coming together. Obviously, whether we make finals or don't make finals this year, you know what? I don't really give a shit. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to win the flag, right? But what is good is seeing these young guys. And there's another young bloke coming through. I think his name's Durham, and he's got the mullet. We picked him up from Richmond. Wasn't getting a game there. Mate, the kid can play. he can play. And I'm very, very happy to see him getting some games. List is coming along nicely. But in my opinion, look, unfortunate for the doggies, Josh Bruce, this is in the last minute of the game, done his ACL. Like, talk about being unlucky. Hopefully everything goes well with his recovery and he can come back, towards the end of next year, which will most likely, there used to be a 12-month injury, Dom, but, with new technologies and everything, it's 100%. Sort of more like a 6 to 8 month injury. So he might be able to come back and play the second half of next season. But look, I'll tell you what, very, very happy. So look, not going to complain.
100%. Lukey, how you going? In the comments, dangerous episode to be an LCS, he says. When we get to that, you don't want the wrath of sauce, I can tell you that much. Then we had Brisbane defeating Fremantle by 64 points. West Coast lost to Melbourne 72-63. Now the ladder, before I get into next round, Melbourne is back on top with 62 points. Dogs and Cats and Port all on 60. Brisbane and Sydney both on 52, 5th and 6th. West Coast is 7th on 40 points. GWS on 8th on 38 points. Then we've got Essendon, Richmond, Saints, Freo, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th, all on 36 points. Carlton 13th on 32 points. Gold Coast 14th, 28 points. Hawthorn 15th now. They've gone up again with 26 points. Third last is Collingwood now in 16th on 24 points, equal with Adelaide in 17th. And then North Melbourne 18th. We're pretty much done. We've got a pretty tough run towards the end of the season. But we did well.
Sorry, mate, locking away the number one pick. That's all what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not too.
Look, it's scouted to be a very, very, very good draft, this one coming up. So good draft to have some picks in, apparently.
Exactly. All right, round 22. Let's get our predictions. North versus Sydney.
Swans. They'll bounce back.
I'm going on Swans too. We got Buddy against North. We always happen to get Sydney off a rebound.
If anyone remembers the famous call, 13!
He could kick his 1,000th goal this weekend, Sauce.
How many does he need, Doma? How many does he need? I'll look it up. You sit there. Yeah. I'll speak to you.
Brisbane, Collingwood.
Brisbane.
Geelong, St Kilda.
Geelong.
Gold Coast, Essendon. There's a big chance here.
I'm gonna back us in.
I'm going Bombers as well. GWS, Richmond. This is a big game too.
GWS. Oh, that's a tough game. I'm gonna go GWS. Richmond, but Richmond's bounced back last week, which was solid.
I'm gonna tip the Tigers. Hawthorn, Dogs.
Dogs. No bad.
Melbourne, Adelaide.
Melbourne.
Port, Carlton. Oh god, that's going to be dangerous.
Port versus.
It's over Carlton. There as well.
Yeah, Port. Flat track boys, so they should get it done.
And Fremantle versus West Coast.
Fremantle versus West Coast.
In the derby over there.
Yeah, got to look. Both those teams are trash. I'm going to go with West Coast only because Fife is still out. Walters is still out.
I'm tipping Freo.
Yeah, look, he's got a chance. He needs 14. He needs to kick 14 sausages. So he's on 986 goals, but he's kicked 13 before against his before. So who knows? 14 might be on the cards.
He could get it done. Let's hope he does get it done. All right, Sauce. That's pretty much it for the footy. We'll move on to soccer. Good luck to your team, mate. Yeah, you got the chance to get into the finals. So I'll be watching that very intently. And you get there, like you said, you get there. But if not, you've shown drastic improvement based on what everyone thought you were going to be going into this season.
We're on 9 wins, right? We're on 9 wins. And I honestly thought if we win 4 games for the year, I'll give that a pass. So, yeah, look.
Ladies in the chat!
Scuba Steve, welcome back, mate. Welcome back, Scuba Steve.
Oh, What are you talking about? Not in this one. Relax. I know.
He's talking about the border, how it goes over. You know what, Scuba? It doesn't bother us, mate. Apparently, it bothers you a lot more than it bothers us.
But you're here. That's all that matters.
Good to have you, mate. Good to have you.
Cristiano's not in here. We apologize. So you probably just want to move on. Off the Grid will be back in 3 weeks with Cristiano. You can get back in there and chat with him. Azul, sorry, Scuba. Christian isn't here. There you go. So if we know what you want, we're sorry. All right. We're sorry that we're not giving you what you want. But we will move on to some soccer sauce. The Premier League is back this weekend. We will be doing a fantasy EPL draft tomorrow. Just a handful of us. Should be some interesting content there, the way we're going to carry on with our picks. But we will. Oh, geez. He distracts me so much. He just comes in, he just destroys the flow. I love it. Thanks, Scuba Steve. Appreciate it. Saturday, we got Brentford versus Arsenal. So Arsenal kicking off the season against newly promoted Brentford. Then Man United versus Leeds. Another tip, we will be on watching that live. Don't know how many people are going to be jumping into that one, but I will definitely be there with Lukey. So mask_sports cards, whoever else jumps in. It's going to be an interesting one.
I'll be around.
Saucy will be in as well. It's going to be an interesting source for the fact that so far when we've done like live games, well, we did the Rennes versus Lens game, and I know we do live reaction to Off the Grid, so to F1 races. But this is the first time like one of our teams is actually playing during a live. Now, I'm going to give some forewarning to anyone that tunes in, and I'm not putting this on because I can attest that Benny's in there. Yeah, I was about to say, well, Ben can definitely attest to this. I'm a different beast when I watch Manchester United. I'm a shell of myself. I can just put it out there. I carry on like one of the biggest clowns in sport.
You carry on anyway, mate. Let's be honest. So
it's bad. It's bad. I watched the game with him over at my joint, and he looked at me and just went, "You don't even carry on this bad when you watch North Melbourne." I said, "No, I don't. Man United is life, mate." So Man U versus Leeds, live game will be on a stream. So tune in. Scuba Steve will be all over that. Burnley, Brighton, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Everton, Southampton, Leicester, Wolves, Watford, Aston Villa, Norwich, Liverpool, Newcastle, West Ham, and then to round out week 1 is Spurs versus Man City. Let's get a quick tip from your source. Who's winning it?
The whole Premier League, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, it's a tough one. Look, my boys won't do anything, so I'm not going to say Arsenal because Granit Xhaka still plays for us, so we're not going anywhere. But I think it's out of 3 squads. I'd say United, Chelsea, and City. I think it's out of those 3. But look, Liverpool had a down year, so I'm going to go Liverpool. Why can't they come out and win it? They had a down year last year. Obviously, had a lot of injuries as well, so that plays a big factor. So I'm going to say Liverpool. Why can't they get up there and win it again? City is the team to beat. Let's be honest, because their squad is unreal. But I'm going to go Liverpool.
Done. I'm going to go with. I just think Chelsea's going to have a good season. They probably won't win it. City win it. Liverpool going to be very, very good. I reckon it's either City or Liverpool that win it. They get all their players back.
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Look, Van Dijk comes back. That's going to be a massive in. Obviously, their defense capitulated after he got injured last year. So, yeah, massive. Alexander-Arnold was out for a lot of the year. And, that resolute defense that's seen them win the Premier League and the Champions League just fell apart without those guys there week in and week out. So, yeah, I think it will be important to have them back.
Scuba Steve, Dick Van Dyke plays football. A lot easy. The best thing about having Scuba Steve, he's really upset to the fact that our images go over the border. So You know what we're like on this show, Sauce. All right. So obviously, Scuba Steve's got some obsessive compulsive with the fact that we've got the border blocked. The fact that it annoys you is the fact that we probably never will change the overlay ever. So, if you don't know the type of people that we are, now you do. So if you're going to tune every week, you're going to get annoyed. You can comment in here. You think that, like, it's funny. It's like, I know you're trolling us, but we actually don't care. It's funny. The fact that you're annoyed and the fact that we get to call you Scuba Steve every time you're in here, it's the best. Anyway, Messi Sauce. Messi has departed
Quickly, before we
Barcelona.
go on, of course, who's in here? He's watching over at Twitch. So, hello, Joel. How are we? Regular listener and watcher. Good to have you here, mate. Doma, continue.
Messi, gone, departed Barcelona in what was some of the saddest scenes we've seen in a long time at a football club. And he has since departed, joined Paris Saint-Germain in what is a super
the
team.
73-win Warriors. The 73-win Warriors, did he join?
Yeah, the super duper team. He's done a Kevin Durant. Nah, he's joined the best team. Well, they're not the best team because they didn't win the Champions League. Technically, he should have gone to Chelsea because they're the best team in Europe, if you ask me. How does this pan out? I saw a graphic today. They got Wijnaldum, Donnarumma, Messi, and one other on free transfers. And they only paid for Hakimi. It was like a 54 million transfer fee for Hakimi. They got every other one of those guys on a transfer.
Free. That's unreal.
I know, and Sergio Ramos. That's the other guy that they got on a free. That's ridiculous.
That team is absolutely stacked to the rafters. And look, I'm gonna say it, and this is what you hinted at the start of the show. If by the time Lionel Messi leaves PSG or retires or whatever it may be, if he doesn't win a Champions League with that squad, it will be an indictment on his legacy, because that team is so overpowered. It is ridiculous. And they've just gotten better. They've just got a better goalkeeper, a better centre back, right? Got Messi. They already got to the Champions League final last year without Donnarumma, without Ramos, without Hakimi, without Wijnaldum, and then they've just added more players. Like, this team is absolutely ridiculous. Like, I tell you what, I might even have to just get FIFA 22 just so I can play with this team. You'd have to be unbeatable with this team in FIFA. You'd literally be unbeatable. It'd be a joke.
Ridiculous.
It's literally a cheat code. Like, I don't look. I get how it happened, and look, if this was all on transfers, there's no way it could have happened. But because they got them all on freeze, they can actually bolster up how the financial fair play rule works. They can actually bolster up their wages more because they got them on free transfers, which is just like, it's ridiculous. But it is what it is.
They'll get Pogba on a free transfer as well at the end of this season. So
yeah. You never know. He'll probably end up there as well. He's French, wants to play back in France. And
here's a quick one for you. Yeah, like the La Liga, is now severely disadvantaged in terms of like talent pool. Severely disadvantaged, like crazy. Do you think it's an opportunity for someone to go there, like a big name? I'm talking Mbappe, Haaland, is what I'm talking about, and make that league their own.
Yeah. A la Ronaldo when he went there and just took over the league. I can't see why not. Especially when you've got the Real Madrid, the name, it carries so much weight in world football. I can't see why that wouldn't entice them. So it's an interesting one, but you never know. I can't see Mbappe leaving. I think Mbappe wants to play. He would want to play with Messi a few seasons, whether it be 2 seasons, 1 or 2 seasons, whatever it is. Then he might move on. But Mbappe is going to score so many goals with Messi. The balls he's going to cop from Messi is going to be unreal. Like, he's going to score so many goals this season.
Just think about what crazy. It's like Messi when he was a kid coming up with Xavi, Iniesta, Ronaldinho. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what Mbappe is. Mbappe is Ronaldinho, Xavi, Iniesta is Messi.
Yep.
You know, that's pretty good, and a lot more pressure is going to be taken off Mbappe. All the eyes are going to go to Messi. Then they got Neymar. Then they got him. You know, it's scary. It is really scary. There's going to be someone in this team due to lack of pressure that will thrive. Whether it's Hakimi, I don't know who it is. It could be all of them. But I'm kind of with you, Sauce. If they don't win it this year, it is a bit of an indictment. It is. It really is. I can't see how they don't win it. But that's me personally. Anyway, Sauce, let's move on.
You don't know. Injuries can hit, and could be
it's
anything.
True.
But
that's true as well. Ben's, I love it. Yes.
Yeah, look, we know that, Benny, but we're not talking about if they don't win that. If they don't win that, that's even worse. If they don't actually win League One this year, that's actually worse. But what I'm saying is, if they don't win the Champions League, they must win one. You know, that's when PSG was nothing. If you rewind before Ibrahimovic went there, before Cavani went there, before all these guys went there, Di Maria and that, well before, PSG was trash. Yeah, that's fact. Then they got a new takeover, got bought out by a big, wealthy family or whatever it may be. I don't know the exact details. All this money got pumped into the club. They bought in Ibrahimovic. They bought in Cavani. They bought in Di Maria. They bought in all these guys, right? And now they're the PSG that we know. And what I'm saying is, with all this money, they still haven't been able to get that ultimate success, which is Champions League. Right? So if also bringing on Messi, Ramos, Donnarumma, the best keeper in the world, right? And they don't win.
That's the biggest critique Man City's copped. They bought all these guys in, all this money. They keep bringing guys in. They still haven't won one.
Exactly.
They got Pep Guardiola in to coach them, and they still haven't won one. That's their biggest criticism. Like, you're better off not getting taken over, being a top tier club like your Madrid and Barca and United, Chelsea, and because you haven't got all the money, you just go through the motions and you win it. And it's just like, oh, wow, that's a fantastic win, But all the expectation are on clubs like Man City.
Please do not put Chelsea in that.
Mate,
what's his name who's out there? He's got plenty of money. Don't you worry about that. He goes through coaches like, he's got shitloads of money.
Yeah, that's fair call.
They just bought in Lukaku. They bought Havertz last year. They bought in Captain America, who's going to sit on the bench this season. I can't wait for that.
He's a dud. He's Joel. That's it. Having the ability to rest some guys when the schedule gets busy and still have a team leaps and bounds above everyone else means you shouldn't lose. Completely agree. Their bench is a second team. They could literally play PSG A and PSG B in League One, and they probably finish first and second. That's how messed up it is.
It's crazy. So, all right, let's move on.
Let's move on. UFC. Let's get into it.
All right, ladies and gents, UFC card. We had UFC 265. As you know, I was G'd up for this one. I'll run through the main card and then I'll talk about the main event. We had the bantamweight division. Song Yadong defeated Casey Kenny in third round decision, and then women's strawweight, you had Tisha Torres defeated Angela Hill in the third round decision. That was a funny one. I'll talk about this for a second because there was in the pre-match interview. Tisha Torres was like, very respectful of her opponent, but pretty much was just going, I respect her, but she's no match for me. And I'll tell you what, if you go back and watch that fight, Tisha Torres beat the hell out of Angela Hill. I'm surprised she didn't knock her out. But it was an absolute beatdown. And I was like, yeah, look, she wasn't talking shit in the pre-match, in the pre-fight. And then the welterweight division, you had Vicente Luque defeated Michael Chiesa in the first round submission. Absolute elite submission. Got him in, I believe, like a headlock where you lock the arm up against the head, and it was just executed perfectly. Done and dusted in round one. Bantamweight division had Jose Aldo defeating Pedro Munez. So the wily old veteran got the job done there. And then in the heavyweight division, Cyril Gane defeated my boy Derek Hotballs Lewis. I wasn't happy with the way Derek fought that fight. If you've seen Cyril Gane, the way he fights, the way he moves on his feet, He moves like a middleweight, but he's a heavyweight. Like he bounces on it. All right, think about Israel Adesanya, how Adesanya fights. That's how Garn fights, but he's a heavyweight. Like moving on your feet, slipping in and out, using kicks, jabbing, just working from the outside. He's got the reach. And Derek Lewis, he didn't, you're a brawler, man. You're a brawler. And he kept not moving forward and trying to get in there. And Cyril Gahn was just picking him apart. And in the end, it was just too much. Look, not happy with the way he fought that fight. And he knew that he had to not, run away. He had to, put the pressure on, and he just didn't do it. And it's disappointing because he talked about it. He talked about it in the pre-fight that, that's what he needs to do. So he knew what he needed to do, but he came to the fight and he got picked apart. And it was an absolute beatdown, Damo. If you go have a look at the total strikes and significant strikes, it was an absolute beatdown. Unfortunate. Cyril Gahn is now the interim champion. So obviously once Francis Ngannou is up and fit, they're going to fight for the official belt. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be a great fight. And honestly, Cyril Gahn has got more than capable, moves, hands, the way he's agile to defeat Francis Ngannou. One thing I would have liked Lewis to try to do is actually try getting with a takedown, maybe try get on top, do a bit of ground and pound, which he didn't. Tried to just stand up and brawl, and he just got picked apart. Ngannou has got the ability to go to the ground a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see that when those two guys fight, but definitely looking forward to it. Congratulations, Cyril Gahn, just too good on the day, and he looks a very, very good fighter. Very good fighter, Doma. He's 10-0 in his professional MMA career. He's 10-0, in professional MMA career, but I believe before that he was a kickboxer where he won 12 fights as well in kickboxing. So he's been fighting for a while. So he's not just MMA. He was very, very good kickboxer. That's why I can see that same thing as Adesanya came from kickboxing, has that same sort of style, look light on his feet. He's like bouncing on his feet all the time, the way he slips in and out, just, throwing the feints. Hands are free, hands sit low, but he just brings them up, hits him with the jab. Really good fighter. And, maybe something that might be a sneaky play if, I wouldn't be going to try buy his cards now because probably everyone's got the same thought as me. But I would have a look, maybe potentially getting him before he could beat Ngannou and take the world title. So, which I don't see it happening for another few months, that fight. So you got time for the market to settle down, a few other main events, UFC fight nights to come through, and the attention to go away from it a bit, and then that's your time to pounce. All right, this week, Domo, we've got UFC fight night. Not this week. All right, well, I'll run through this next week, but the next fight night is on the 22nd of August. I didn't realize we're having a week off. 22nd of August, and the main event is Jared Cannonier against Kevin Gastelum. So it's UFC fight night, Cannonier versus Gastelum, Sunday, the 22nd of August, and I'll run through the card and preview that next week.
Very nice, Sauce. Beautiful. All right, let's move on. NFL back on the agenda on the pod. Very happy. We're into preseason games, yeah? So, to be honest, the fact that we're doing this is just for one reason. We just want to get some clip to come up when we're talking about the one great man that plays for our favorite team, I reckon. It's the double coverage team. That's what we're going to call it. But to start it off, Thursday, August 12th, so Friday here, the Washington Football Club at the Patriots, Steelers at Eagles. It's probably you're probably going to see rookies play. So it's probably a good way to have a look and see what they're like. As you know, a lot of people get cut. It's more a cutting process than preseason.
It is.
So they're just vetting their teams to cut down the rosters. So you may see some minutes by Hurts in this one, or you may not. Then on Saturday is Titans at Falcons, Bills at Lions, Cowboys at Cardinals. Sunday here is Dolphins at Bears, Saints at Ravens, Browns at Jags, Jets at Giants, Bengals at Bucks, Texans at Packers, Chiefs at 49ers, Seahawks at Raiders, Chargers at Rams. And, of course, we've got the Broncos at the Minnesota Vikings with our boy Kirk Cousins. All right, so my tip on that, Minnesota. All right, Kirk definitely agrees. I'll tell you that much. Definitely tell you that much. So there you go. And then on Monday is Panthers versus Colts. So that's what we got for the first week of preseason.
You like that? You like that?
I do like it.
We do like it. We do like it.
It's back. It's really ramping up now, as Joel has said in the comments here. It is very, very close. We've got 4 weeks of preseason games, and the season's back. So get excited. Very, very excited.
There could be another sneaky special pod coming for NFL. We'll see how we go. Maybe we'll put something together so we can dive into it a bit more. But yeah, excited. Obviously, NFL season is back just around the corner. And yeah, I spoke about it a while back. I spoke about it about 2 months ago. If you weren't looking at NFL cards back then, well, you probably might be missing the boat, because it's generally now these preseason games and then leading up into the season, first few weeks into the season, it's probably historically where you see the biggest price rise, and then it tails off towards the end of the season, then might pick up towards playoffs. But, have a look. Do your research and see. There was a few guys out there that I did give in previous Smokies. Obviously, Russell Wilson being one, Lamar Jackson being the other. Dommer's boy, he's mentioned, is Jonathan Taylor also. So just a few names that we've dropped on this podcast. But also do your own research. And at the end of the day, if you don't want to collect those guys and there's someone else you want to collect, you do that, because no one tells you how to collect. That's your choice.
100%. Good stuff, Sauce. All right. We're done and dusted. Got through the sport. It's all sorted. And it's time for the Le Mans of the week. Sauce, come on.
Now, Doma, look, you mentioned it at the start of the podcast that sometimes, we struggle to get a Le Mans, and we've got to scour the internet and have a look and see if someone's just done something absolutely worth the big yellow lemon. But this week it came to us. Something that's come across the socials, that a certain group subber has conducted business in a way that, tell you what, I'm not sure many people would be happy about what's happened. Now, if anyone out there, if you're not familiar with the story and how this all goes, I'll just give it a quick run through from my understandings and what I've seen and read and across socials. An account by the name of Redbeard Sports Cards. Now, I believe he works for KK Sports Cards. KK Sports Cards runs a massive group sub. He group subs PSA, SGC, and things got big. He needed people to help him, so Redbeard Sports Cards reached out. Redbeard Sports Cards started working for KK Sports Cards, and Redbeard, subs cards through KK as well, through the whole business that they've got going. Now, there was another gentleman, I don't know that the bloke whose cards it was. I can't remember his actual account name. But allegations that Redbeard had been given the wrong order throughout the subs, right? They had been distributed his order.
The guy sounds like a pirate.
Right, I don't actually know his name. I'm just calling him Redbeard because that's what his sports his
sounds like a
Instagram name is. And after this, we're going to be giving him the Conor McGregor, like, what we're going to be saying after this. And we're not going to really be giving a shit about him because he should be ostracized from the hobby, if you ask me, for his actions. He's been given the wrong cards. Now, there's people out there that this has happened to before. They've just gone, you know what? I've been given the wrong cards. These aren't mine. Give them back and, make things right. That's what a a genuine person does. A person who is not in it just for money, hungry, and greed, which is
People
definitely
do
not
make
red.
mistakes, or people do make some
People
mistakes.
do
They
make
send the wrong
mistakes, right?
cards.
Right? And it can happen. So you know that happens. You own up to it, and you just give them back and be like, these aren't mine. Because anyone who's sending a lot of cards, I'll tell you what, you do know what you're sending because you take pictures of it. And anyone who's got half a brain, you take pictures of it and you save those pictures either in a drive and label it and put the folder name at when you sent them and who you sent them with, right? That's what someone with half a brain does, right? So I'm guessing Redbeard is sent thousands of cards. I would hope he has that some sort of inkling to have half a brain of how to track his orders that he's sending. Anyway, so given the wrong cards, and it gets better, Dom. It gets better. He's gone ahead and sold these cards, right? First of all, he's denied doing it. And then when Red handed evidence of him literally selling it to Pool Wax and Vinicor at the National has come out, and it's on YouTube. You can't hide from it anymore. Now, the fact that we know that he's done the wrong thing is he's compensated the guy X amount of money, I think 10K or something like that. And the funny thing is he said that he sold those cards for $35 each when he ended up selling $50 each, and it was literally on video. So he's not only, he's returned the money, but he's also underpaid the guy of how much he's actually sold the cards for. Right? And I'll tell you what, the fact that he's had to turn around and pay the money back, you've done the wrong thing. You've done the wrong thing, right? So for that, Red Lemon sports cards, you, sir, are a lemon. Flash that up. We're going to grab your... I'm gonna see if I can actually find his face, who he is. I think he's on YouTube, so I might actually get his face and just mold that into that lemon right there. And I can't wait to whack this one up on the gram. But Doma, that is a despicable act, an absolute despicable act, and something that this hobby doesn't need. It just shows the type of person that Mr. Red Lemon is. He is a grub. He's a money-hungry grub. And that's the only way to put it. I wouldn't be doing that shit because you've gone and paid the money back. So you have done the wrong thing because you've paid money back, right? So you did sell these cards, but you got the wrong order and you did sell these cards.
No, I don't know what you want me to say. First of all, he sounds like a pirate. So that's the first thing. There's Blackbeard and then there's Redbeard, so the pirate now. So, and as you know, pirates, they loot people and they rob from people, and that's what he's practically done. The fact that he's actually giving him money back surprises me, considering he's got a pirate's name. So, but the fact that he has given the money back, he has admitted to the fact that he did something wrong. He definitely has done something wrong. So, which he shouldn't have done in the first place. And the other reason he has given the money back, and he can refute it as much as he wants, is because there's video evidence. If there was no video evidence, he could have just denied. And wants to say he hasn't done this to people previously in the past. Now, I'm going to give a piece of advice to people out there, whether they listen to this or they don't listen to this. Yeah? If you're in the hobby, steer very, very clear of coming to bat for this guy and his reputation. That's all I'm saying. Just be very, very careful where you tread on this in this space. Because the one thing we love about this community is we're helpful to one another. The thing that we hate the most is this type of shit. So be very, very careful before you come to bat for somebody and try and uphold their reputation. Because you could get dinged just as hard as that person. If he wants to rectify the problem, we hear from him alone, and the breaking company that he works alongside with.
Yeah.
Those are the only two people that should be talking. Everyone else, mind your own business. because you're going to do yourself more
I
damage.
believe it was in the range of $10,000 to $15,000, Shane. So it wasn't poo change, mate. It wasn't poo change.
So I'm just saying, just tread very, very carefully on this situation. If it is not your problem, behind the scenes you can offer as much support as you want, yeah? And people might think, oh, you know, you can't be like that. It's like a witch hunt. It's not a witch hunt because there's video evidence of him doing it. All right? If there was no evidence at all,
you would have got away with it.
And he denied it, and you know the person, and you go, oh, he's a good bloke. You can be like, what are you talking about? He would never do something like that. He's a good bloke. The fact that there's video evidence, stay out of it. I don't care how big your accounts are. Stay out of it. Because your big account doesn't mean shit sometimes when it comes to something like this.
Stay out of it, or else you might be copping one of these, Dom.
Yeah, exactly right. Because if
one of these big damn holes,
if people lose trust for that guy, and then you're going to bat for him in this instance, you could just as easily lose as much respect. So be very, very careful how you tread on this topic, or this situation. All right, let it unfold. Let him talk. Let him put himself out there and defend himself and have whatever he has to say. You know, it probably would be a good thing for him to come out and say something. Yeah, not accounts disabling comments and stuff like that. And
the account that he worked for, KK Sports Cards, who, you know, does run a good group sub from all reports. I know someone here in WA who subbed through him and it all went smoothly. It's unfortunate that someone who he employed and trusted has gone and done something like this, you know, and it reflects bad on him. And unfortunately, he's the one who's come out and made a post about it, and he turned off the comments. Which, you know, in all honesty, you shouldn't do that. You should let the comments come through. You should let him cop it. And at the end of the day, you're going to disassociate yourself with that guy because he did the wrong thing. So 100%. I've not heard any other bad words about KK Sports Cards himself, but it was Redbeard who works on behalf of KK Sports Cards doing the group sub. So
just be very careful how you go with this. All right, that's all I'm saying to people out there. Just tread carefully. All right. If one of our mates did something like this and they asked us legitimately, we'd come out and say, he needs to talk, he needs to front up, and it's not a good look. Straight out. I'm not going to say, oh, he's the greatest guy, man. You know, people make mistakes sometimes. Over $10,000 ain't no mistake. You did it for a reason because you wanted the money. So just be careful. Just be careful. All right. So that's the Lamont of the week. That's an easy one. I'll tell you what,
that was easy.
I reckon he's the front runner. Even that, you know, Goldie.
He nearly won back to back. He's
just close. Goldie, you're this close, man. We love you, mate. All right. That's the Lamont of the week. We're up to Hobby Talk, and Hobby Talk is brought to you by our friends at Card Ladder. So,
imagine everything you love about the hobby in the palm of your hand. An entire store at your fingertips. Everything you need to know about cards is within your grasp. Unlock the secrets of the hobby. Plus, so much more. You don't have to imagine anymore. It's here. Card Ladder. Get the app today.
Love that, Sauce. You love to see it. Thanks, Card Ladder, for giving us that video also to play on the podcast. Sauce, I think off the top we should just mention it. Obviously, we mentioned yesterday in a post, we're in the affiliate program with Card Ladder. What that means is if you go into our link tree, you click on our code, that will take you to a Card Ladder portal where you can sign up. If you want a membership, you'll sign up through that code. It has like / double coverage on it. If you sign up through that, we get a commission off of the sign up, off the membership. And as we did say in the post, as you know, Sauce and I very well through this podcast, some of you have met us, it will be reinvested into the podcast, whether it's for new equipment like microphones, creating more content. It's all to enhance the product for all of you. So, and hopefully one day, you know, stuff like this gets to the point where, who knows, it could become our full-time job and it'll be lovely. We can give you podcasts and that's our revenue. But at the moment,
we can go LTB style, just do one a day, pretty much.
Yeah. legit. But at the moment, Sauce, it's literally being put back in to create more content and higher quality content for the Double Coverage family.
And hopefully we can get some money. We can buy some product and rip it live on stream and do some giveaways with it. That would be
100%.
unreal. So
100%.
that'd be good.
So just an update on that, and thank you to Card Ladder. All right, Sauce. Blockchain boys. As you know, Joel, who's in the chat, he came up
bringing it up.
The name
bringing it up.
The segment. I'll bring it up. I know
All
you're
right,
excited.
Man.
What have I done? Oh no!
It's actually good this week. There's a few
share screen
nice cards on there.
I better get this website off.
What was it? Did it end with hub.com?
Yeah, Card Hub. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, you freak. All right. So the NFT space, Panini is moving into UFC. Oh, Shane, I can't put half of your comments up into the video, mate. It's just
I love it, Shado.
Oh, man. So you go, the world's premier mixed martial arts organization and Panini, the world's largest licensed sport, blah, blah, blah. First ever UFC NFT trading cards. The Panini UFC NFTs will be digital replicas and popular Panini UFC trading cards will feature UFC's biggest fighters, moments, and milestones. The Panini UFC NFTs will be available for purchase on the blockchain platform and incorporate Panini's unique Select and Prism designs and will feature more than 100 UFC athletes, including fan favorites Jorge Masvidal, Conor McGregor, Derek Big Boy Lewis, Amanda Nunes, and Israel Adesanya. So, cards will be available supplies on the thing. We're excited to work with Panini. This is just some statements. They will continue through to September. On sale schedule. August the 9th, 3 select base card packs. $10 per pack, and it has 3 select base cards in there. Also on the 9th, 1 global icons, 2 select base cards per pack in the global icons insert pack. Then on August the 10th, there's a tie-dye insert pack. So you get 1 tie-dye parallel number to 49, 2 select base cards per pack. And then there is 3 September releases to be decided. There is a Color Blast insert pack. So 1 Color Blast, 2 select base cards. It's a $15 pack. Then there's a gold parallel pack, which is $150. It comes with 1 gold parallel number to 10, 9 select base cards per pack. And then there's a gold vinyl parallel pack, 1 gold vinyl parallel number to only 1 and 9 select base cards per pack. So interesting source that they're moving into this space. And on top of that, just to continue, so these are what the cards look like. Sorry for anyone that is listening and playing along at home. This is the NFTs look like. And as they did with Giannis, like in the collecting, they are doing the same thing with global icons. UFC fans can acquire the global icons card. Khabib Nurmagomedov by completing the inaugural UFC Select NFT blockchain challenge. So users have 1 week to compile the 10 NFTs required for this particular challenge. The complete Khabib Global Icons card will be minted after the completion of the challenge and will be limited to the number of challenges completed. So these are the cards.
Where do you reckon they got that idea from? That challenge idea?
I don't know. Cool Cats. Top Shot.
Oh, right. But look, one thing, credit to what they're actually doing is they're not over minting them, man. They're not over minting how many NFTs are in there. So that's got to give some credit there because Top Shot, once they started to go down that road, it got messy.
100%. And in the blockchain store, as you know, physical and blockchain card on the Dutch auction, we've got a couple here. We've got a Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance, 1-on-1 collegiate dual bowl patch auto, and these are all numbered to 1. We've got a John Elway shield auto, which is very nice. Love that card. Very John Elway, one of the goats.
I tell you what, Dom, these damn stickers on these 1-of-1s are starting to piss me off.
We've got a Justin Herbert, brand logo style auto, RJ Barrett logo man, Kyler Murray, patch star auto. Bam Adebayo, patch auto. Chase Young, patch star auto. Marco McGuire, Baseball Legends brand logo auto. Kevin Garnett, mosaic auto. A Patrick Williams laundry tag auto. Killian Hayes, patch auto. Tyrese Maxey, logo man auto. We got a Cabrian Hayes, baseball star laundry tag auto. Devin Vassell, laundry tag auto. Henry Ruggs III, brand logo star, NFL brand logo star auto. Then what do we got? Spencer Torkelson, baseball prospect brand logo auto. Troy Polamalu, who just got inducted into the Hall of Fame this week. Shield legend auto, and a Facundo Campazzo NBA logo man auto. So, few in there, Sauce. Few in there. They're always the one I like the most out of the bunch. All right, Sauce. We'll move on to gold standard. We'll run through this checklist pretty quickly and have a look at it. Obviously, it was released 2 weeks ago, last week. Pretty sure the release is over here. But in the product, base rookies is base platinum, white gold, rose gold, emerald for the first off the line, violet, sapphire, black. Rookie autos, base platinum, rose gold, sapphire, and black. In their addition, a new double eagle and liquidity inserts to track down the Panini Gold Standard Football insert parallels breakdown. Opulence rookies are base hollow, emerald, platinum. First year rookies, there's subset offers for prime and tags, 1-of-1s. The cards look good, man. Look at this Dan Marino, Sauce.
Is it on card?
Yeah, man. You got Brett Favre here. You got a my homeboy patch auto. That's sticker. This is sticker as well. The Super Bowl diamond signatures to 5. It is disappointing, Sauce. Like, it's always going to go down with COVID because of that. Like, the on-card stuff has come to a bit of a screeching halt because of COVID. And it's going to go through this period. Once we come out of the pandemic, it's going to be this period in sports cards where a lot of it is like not game-worn patches, all sticker autos for most products. I'm actually very keen to see, like 5 years down the track, how these sets all hold themselves in the hobby in terms of like rookies for these guys that are the stickers. Are people just going to be like, you know what, it's his rookie card. You just take what you can get. I'm very keen to see how it's going to pan out. Obviously, it was released on the 4th of August, 7 cards per pack, 1 pack per box, 12 boxes per case. Standard football hobby box is on the break average is 5 autos or relics, 2 base parallels. The first off the line average is 1 premium RPA numbered to 22 or less, 4 additional autos or relics, and 1 emerald base rookie numbered to 11. And here we go. Here's some of the cards. Vets, rookies. You can get Trevor Lawrence, the Jacksonville Jags in this. So they are in there. Uniform Sauce. It's pretty cool. Rookie jersey autos.
Yeah, don't mind now. I've looked at a few things. I think they've parked the bus on that product for basketball. They don't do it anymore in basketball. Gold standard.
I used to love it. It used to be sick.
I don't know if they're rebooting it, but yeah, there's some nice gold standard stuff out there for basketball that I've had my on.
Gold standard's got some good quality stuff.
Yeah. I don't mind the look of the cards.
I also ripped the box of that Sauce back in the day for.
Oh, yeah. Well, for what? $150?
I think that was 120 the box. I got a Horace Grant.
The good old days. The good old days.
I got a piece of gold Horace Grant in there, a Kobe number to 75, not auto, and then a whole bunch of patches. What did I say? Numbered cards. Yeah, it was pretty good. I won't lie. It was good fun. The good old days, Sauce. Good old days. 10K autographs. Amon Green, Antonio Gates in this. Pretty cool. Culpepper, 24K autos. Aaron Rodgers to 5. Justin Herbert, Matt Ryan, Joe Namath. Pretty cool. Phil Sims is in there as well. Bullion brand tags. Sam Darnold, my boy. Gold jacket Sigs. Brett Favre, Charles Haley, Curtis Martin, Deion Sanders in there. Joe Montana in there. Terry Bradshaw. Michael Strahan. That's a pretty cool set for vets. Gold scripts. Dan Marino in there. Gold strike, golden age, golden debuts, golden glove. Hallmarks, NFL 100 signature set. Pinnacle inscription, Super Bowl diamond sigs. You can get Tom Brady, Tampa Bay to 5. Breeze, Ray Lewis. Starback, Jordy Nelson, Green Bay Packers. Eli Manning, Jerome Bettis, Steve Young. Man, some good players in there. Super Bowl diamond sigs, Jewel. So this is the card source. Have a look at this. 101 Super Bowl diamond signatures, dual set, Rob Gronkowski, Tom Brady.
Love it. Love it.
Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman. Oh. Bullion brand tags, gold gear, gold rush. Anyway, it's all here on Cardboard Connection. Jump on, have a look. The preview up the top, as we showed, looks pretty good. Gold Standard, as Saul said, looks like it's been cut to a halt for the basketball sector of the hobby, but it was always a sick product. So I'm not sure why they've moved away from it. I'll be interested to know. Then on top of that, we had dropping today, National Treasures. I watched some of that get broken today.
Honest opinion, Doma?
It's shit ass. It's dreadful. It's a shit product.
It is. It has to be one of the most overhyped products of all time. Like
it is.
It's I understand it's National Treasures. Yeah, but cool. In my opinion, Flawless and Immaculate just hit better. They are. They're just way
better. They're way better. Like, this is cool, yeah, because I go look at this and I go, this is great marketing, by the way, by Panini. So you come onto Cardboard Connection and these are previews. Like, there's an Ant-Man, and you got LaMelo Logo Man auto, you got your Cole Anthony, your Curry, your Dirk, and then I've watched boxes get open today and guys get absolute crap, just trash. You get a good player and it's a little jersey card. The jersey's about this big, Sauce. About that big. They look terrible. That's my personal opinion. Honestly, I'll say it again. Impeccable looks way better.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it. Again, Impeccable looks a hell of a lot better. Yeah, okay, you're not going to get this jumbo patch. But who cares? The cards look way better. Here's the base cards. You got your rookie patch autos. Horizontal ones. You got your apprentice inks. Award-winning clutch factor. Colossal materials. Crossover rookie patches. Definitive inks. Game gear. Is it game gear that's actually worn or game gear that they wear and they make you put on just to lasting legacies, logo man autos. You go in here as any really cool players. That Larry Bird, that's pretty awesome. Sorahito Turkoglu pulled out. Whoop-de-doo. Anyway, National Archives, NBA greats, peerless signatures, penmanship, personalized set checklist, rookie association, Spectra, Hall of Fame SIGs, timeless talents. Have a look at it. For me, I'm not a fan. All right. Take the advice of Cage. Go find a break that's in full, that goes for about 4 hours or 3 hours or 2 hours, whatever it is. Sit down, watch people rip cases, like fresh cases, not highlights, because they're just going to show you the massive hits. Watch it from start to end on cases. If you want to case upon case upon case, watch it, see the quality of the card, and you make up your own mind. Don't let me make up your mind for you. But in my opinion, I was not a fan of it. But do yourself a favor and do that.
It's something that we've mentioned before is like when these products come out is go watch some live rips of cases, so you can see the actual chances, of you hitting big and really put it into perspective. What are they going for? $5,000 a box or something like that? National Treasures, and I mean, is your money really served best entering into a National Treasures break? Probably not.
Yeah,
I mean, if you've got the money, Dom, you're not even entering into the break. You're freaking buying boxes of it, yeah. But the average Joe out there, most of what I would say 50% of the hobby, I could say that comfortably. They don't got that big dollars to blow on these breaks where you very, 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 very low chance to walk away happy, and sometimes even walking away with no card. And you may have spent $700 to get into the break.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So do your research. As we always say, that is the word of the show. Research, watch full breaks, not highlights. If you're watching a 5-minute highlight package and making up your mind to go drop big dollars on a box, then I'm telling you, you are a lemon. Do not do that. All right? Please, I plead with you, do not do that.
No sugarcoating here. No sugarcoating.
No 5-minute highlight packages. The 5-minute highlight packages is after you've watched a few cases rip. So you can go to your favorite breaker, watch their highlight package and go, oh, shit, he hit something cool, But in the background, you already know, okay, he's ripped 3 cases. These are the 10 big hits. He literally pulled jack shit out of 3 cases. That's what my mind would tell me. Legit. So, but anyway, you make up your mind, do your research. Another update, don't need to get it up, but HGA signed, I've got an affiliation with Pristine Auction Source. Doesn't surprise me that it's not with Goldin, considering Ken came out and said that he'd never put a HGA slab in his auction. He said it very early on. He said PSA is where the market's at. He goes, one day if HGA has value in the market, then he'll reconsider.
It's a fair comment.
No, that's fair enough. They were growing at this point in time, but that's fair enough. Fair assessment. But they have linked up with Pristine, so good for them. We'll start seeing some cards getting pushed out through an auction house, and we might even see some record sales source coming out of Pristine auction for HGA slabs. That's the thing that came to my mind when I saw them linking up with an auction house. Because they're not in a Goldin auctions, and Goldin's the biggest, you don't really see, and PWCC, you don't really see these HGA slabs. So the fact that we have the opportunity now for them to get pushed through a marketplace, through an auction house, there's potential for record sales for certain cards. So good luck to them. All right, so I'm getting my screen back up again. Straight back up. Bit of card ladder news, price check feature. I'm just going to go through this and read it. They announced a brand new price check feature on the app and desktop. It's a revolutionary one-of-a-kind feature exclusive to card ladder users. Public and transparent algorithm to value cards despite there possibly being no comps. To better explain the feature, our good friend Chris Hoge, after months of research, Card Ladder presents a breakthrough in sports cards pricing, the ability to check the price of a card on demand in seconds. Our process is laid out in a 7-page white paper. This is as objective and transparent as price modeling gets for the users. This process is simple and efficient. Click on the price check on CL account, then type in a player and previous comp of the card. The software will instantly tell you a calculation of the card's current value. Here's how it works. Each of the 1,500 players housed in card ladders that has a total market index. So if you go down here, it's a bit of a run through on how it works. Bang. Projected current value. Does all its algorithmic stuff and spits out a value. There are limitations. The system will get smarter over time as more accurate and vetted data enters the card ladder database each day. Projections are likely to be increasingly accurate. This tool is only applicable to players in the card ladder system and will be with larger quantities of cards. Not all projections will be successful. Sometimes cards of players don't follow the rest of their market, which is fair enough. So that's just a new tool by them. Check it out. It was on the agenda regardless, not the fact that we signed an affiliate partnership with them. It was always going to be on the agenda. So that's that one source. Before we get into another website to chat about, I'm throwing it over to you. The first thing, source. You brought this to my attention. I did see it. I'm not going to rag on the company. I'm not ragging on them, yeah? It's just an observation, but only alt looks like they've got a few privacy problems that have arisen off
Not
their
good,
new
Doma.
Chrome
Not
extension
good.
source. So,
And we mentioned in an early pod, we were like, "Oh, this is great." They're providing this free tool. Look, there's one thing that I've learned over the years, and I wasn't quick to install it because you know what? I've got Card Ladder, I've got 130 point. I'm happy using those. We've interviewed both the people who have created both of those platforms. So I've got trust in their abilities. I've got trust in them as people. So I'm happy using those services. Only alt, I don't really know much about it. I know a little bit about their platform. Haven't interviewed anyone from their company or anything. So didn't jump on board. I thought it was a great thing. But if there's one thing you should have learned, if anyone ever started using Facebook back when Facebook was just Facebook and they didn't just shove ads down your throat and try to get you to buy shit off their platform, everything that is free comes at a cost. And it seems as though their free data tool was trying to sneakily take a lot of data about their users that are using it because you have to log into your eBay account through the Chrome extension. Pardon me. And you by logging in, they get all this access to all this shit through eBay. If you want to know more information, Card Porn's exposed them and gone through. So just go have a look at our personal private investigators Card Porn. Just go have a look at their post and have a read because what they're doing is really, really bad. And it goes against a lot of GDPR, especially in the European sector. It goes against a lot of that sort of rules, which they're massive on. And I tell you what, as a company, they've lost a lot of trust. So not good for them. Not good for them.
No,
they're great. Scraping all your data, getting all your information, and a lot of other stuff. Just go read the Card Porn post. But I'll tell you what, Doma, I'm glad I didn't download it. I'm glad I didn't download it. Like, it's bad enough. Facebook is bad enough. I'll tell you right now what they get on you. If anyone doesn't know, go do your research on all the data that Facebook and Instagram have on you. Like, it's ridiculous. But, for another company to just come out here and just sort of trying to get one over, slip one under the carpet on collectors and then on people in the hobby, it's pretty shameful, if you ask me. It's
not great, but we'll let them see where they go with this. In all honesty, I expect them potentially to even jump on like LTB and have a chat about it. We know what happened with Collectible when all that stuff went down with the $6 million card, the Babe Ruth. Was it Babe Ruth? I think it was. They jumped on there and they explained it all. So, but if not for anything, if it does go against all those policy sources, it's not great. That you'd be sweating as a company breaching some laws and stuff in different continents and different regions. It becomes very concerning. So we'll see what transpires out of that. All right, Sauce. Do you want to do Goldin auctions first, or do you want to just fire up? Or rather, we just go through Goldin auctions, nice and calmly, and then we'll go through Goldin.
We'll go through Goldin, and then I'll just talk about it. And I'm not gonna go on a lot about it. I'm just gonna say what I got to say, and everyone can have their opinion on the matter. But bring up Goldin, Doma.
Bang! Here we are. I've filtered this from highest price to lowest price in the lots. We'll probably just go through the first page. Obviously, this is the website. Just go on the Goldin website itself and then click on the big banner that pops up and it'll take you to this page and you can do the filtering. But a all-time record for the 80-81 top scoring leader, Larry Bird, Johnson, and Magic Johnson rookie card in a PSA 10, $861,000 Sauce. Very nice. Second most expensive card was a 0304 Upper Deck Exquisite Collection Emblems of Endorsement Michael Jordan signed game use patch card, numbered 8 of 15. It is a BGS 9.5 with a BGS 10 auto, and it is a population of 1 of 1, the highest graded. I can open this one for you, Sauce.
Oh, that's unreal. That's a beautiful card.
We can open this one. Yeah, we can open this one, mate. We can have a look at this bad boy.
Your site's not going to crash, is it?
No. Have a look at that.
That's a nice card. That is a nice card.
Nice one to add into your collection.
Right. If you're listening on the audio format and want to see what we're looking at, make sure you go check it out on YouTube so you can see what we're talking about.
Then we had a 0708 Upper Deck Exquisite Rookie Parallel Kevin Durant patch rookie card, numbered 9 of 35 in a BGS 9 with a BGS 10 auto. Actually, I can just hold it like that. You get a bigger picture on it. Pretty nice. Then, of course, the Panini Prism Choice Nebula Trae Young rookie PSA 10. And this card is a 1-of-1. Just enhances the value that you've got a 1-of-1, and it hits a perfect 10 source in the grading on the Trae Wave. Very nice. Then we had a stickers lot from the 86-87 Fleer Basketball PSA 10 complete set. It includes a Michael Jordan rookie sticker in there. Then we had a Goody 1933 Goody Babe Ruth PSA 8. Sold for $344,000. We had a Topps 52 Mickey Mantle in a SGC Near Mint Plus 7.5. That's another one that's gone up for auction. That one sold for $320,000 USD. We had a Jordan rookie card, PSA 10, sold for $319,000. Now this card source here, I may have gone through this on the during the day. 2007-8 Upper Deck Black Jordan LeBron James signed game use patch 1-of-1 PSA 10. Authentic, PSA 10 on the auto.
That's unreal. That is a beautiful card. I love it. That's sick. What'd that sell for, Doma?
That bad boy sold for a measly $320,000 USD. So we could have bought it if we wanted to.
Not bad. Not bad.
I'll tell you what, these cards are so sick. This one's nice. I'll just go through the top 10. Here we go. 0506 Upper Deck Dual Autos, MJ and LBJ sign card. It's a BGS 9.5 with the 10 signature. Another sick card. And the next one, Saucy would love. 18-19. We just finished flaming it. National Treasures, Colossal Materials Auto, Super Prime, Kobe Bryant signed, game used, logo man, laundry tag, patch card, 1-of-1, BGS 9, BGS 10 auto.
It's a sick card. It's nice. It's nice.
Very, very nice. Then we had a whole bunch of
There's a whole bunch of interesting stuff that I'm looking at that went on this auction. I'll tell you what. There is a Curly PSA 8 1959 The Three Stooges Curly card that sold for $7,380. That is a PSA 8.
Is that in entertainment source?
I'll bring it up. Let me bring it up here and then I'll show you. take you off. There it is there. Bang. There he is. Curly. PSA 8. Sold for lazy 7,000. I'll tell you what, Doma. I remember a while back our mate on Clubhouse, Rick, talking about the precious metal gems. Here is a SGC 9 in the 2017 Fleer Ultra Spider-Man, the Iron Man precious metal gem, number to 49, sold for 4,000.
He literally had everything. He had like Venom, PNG,
he had
green.
heaps of them.
It's pretty good.
Heaps of them.
That was sick when he was showing us that stuff that night.
He's a nice one here. James Gandolfi from The Sopranos, sold for as a PSA 8 auto, dressing room auto for 3,300. Just a lot of different stuff. And, this is why I'm looking at like other random things. There's such a lot. Someone must have just went crazy on the Three Stooges cards. You know what? Three Stooges is an elite show. If you've never watched it, it's pretty funny. It was one of the greatest shows back in the day. My mum used to tell me, when it would come on, everyone would there'd be like Three Stooges time, and everyone had to watch the Three Stooges. That's how iconic it was back in the day. So yeah, just interesting stuff, Donna. A lot of interesting stuff. You did talk about. There was this one here, the Rayquaza from 2005, Deoxys and Rayquaza Holo PSA 10, sold for a measly $34,440, which is nothing to be scoffed at. And here we got some Floyd Mayweathers that went through. Floyd Mayweather trunks and USA top that he wore at the Olympics, selling for $1,000 a pop. It just goes on and on. There's so many different things that they're going into. I'm not sure if there's anything else that stuck out to you. We'll talk about this one because you thought this was just interesting as hell. The 1-of-1 Kevin De Bruyne NFT from Sorare sold for $168,000. Number to 100 Kylian Mbappe sold for 18,000.
It's just ridiculous.
10 Eden Hazard didn't sell. There's a few that final.
We'll probably run through this a bit more on Crunch Time this week and discuss it a little bit, but it was just very surprising. It stuck out.
Very surprising, isn't it?
I just went down to NFTs and I clicked on NFTs because I know that sometimes like Top Shots are sold on Goldin auctions. Like they put them in an auction, and there you go. There's some Top Shots there, but
entire Top Shot account sold for 10K.
Yeah, but legit source. When I clicked on it and I saw Sorare on there, I was just like, "What the hell's this?" And then I saw the De Bruyne, and I was like, "Hold on a second. Surely I'm seeing things." But definitely not. Definitely not. Mate. All right, Sauce. A few nice cards in there.
Take that off.
All right, Sauce. I'm throwing it to you. You got a bone to pick. All right.
Yeah. Look,
so I'm just gonna leave it with you.
Yeah. Look, Dom. I'm not gonna go on for long, but it's something that's starting to irritate me about these LCSs, right? Look, there was a time there where these LCSs were down and out, and the hobby wasn't. The hobby was the hobby, but it wasn't the fire blazing hobby that we're seeing right now, right? And people last year were like, yeah, it's good, they can make their bread now. They stuck through the tough times, so now's their time to be rewarded and so on. I agree, right? I agree on that point. But when does the price gouging stop? I'm not sure, because they made a shitload of money. Any local card shop that was in it for a while, and the hobby was on fire last year. If you had your shit in order, you had a website, you had, we're doing breaks and all those sorts of things, you would have made an absolute killing, right? But when does it stop? When does it stop? For prison boxes, hobby boxes, 2K coming out. Select hobby boxes, 1,500. it goes on and on. And these products are coming to market and they're dropping, right? And, it's starting to annoy me because when is enough money enough? When does it get to a point that these LCSs goes, you know what? These people are the hobby. These people buying these boxes, ripping these boxes are the hobby, right? When's it going to get to the point where you're like, you know what? We actually don't need to buy this box from Panini for $150 a pop and then sell it for $1,000. We could probably just sell it for 500, right? You're still going to make money. Maybe you don't sell as many. You keep a few more for you as breaks, but not putting the price of the boxes like that. And it's not just that. It's other stuff, going into stores and seeing the price of some graded cards. Look up comps. Just trying to sell it for $250 over comp. And I go to the worker. I'm like, well, why is this so high priced? And, the answer goes, well, that's the price. I'm like, well, I'm a hobbyist and I want my money to stretch as far as possible, right? So I'm better off just getting one from US because I'm going to save myself $200. And what's happening in this country is people are now turning to the US. People are now turning to distributors in Hong Kong and to get Asia exclusive product because they're getting better prices. And hobby shops here are really, really trying to. I can't really speak for the US. Look, as far as US, every box I've bought thus far or recently has been from the US, even with import and all that, still cheaper. And I don't know why they feel the need to really eat out every cent out of the collectors, out of the hobbyists. Why they need to drain every dollar out of their pocket. And it's starting to piss me off because I've seen some actions and I've seen some things and it just, it really leaves a bad impression for myself on them. And then when I tell people in the DMs, this is what I've seen, this is what's happened, leaves a bad taste in their mouth, a bad impression on their eyes. And I'm not saying that I'm influencing the whole of Australia and what they're doing, but I will tell them and let them know this is what happened. This is pretty poor on their behalf. And it's just even other stuff, being able to make reasonable offers on things and being able to work with them. As an LCS, your main priority should be turnover, not trying to. If this card's worth say $15 right now, and someone offers you 20, but you've got it at 30 and you don't want to sell it, but the recent comps are 15. Yeah, he's offering you $5 over recent comps because he wants the card, but he doesn't want the card to pay 100% over recent comps, right? And your whole prerogative should be turnover, not eat every cent out of every deal to everyone. And I'm getting a lot of that vibe. And I'll tell you what, it's at some point it's got to stop. People look, and I don't know if it will, Doma, because there's enough idiots out there that continue to go back to these people and give them their money and put money into their business. And what do they get in return? They get high box prices, ripped off on singles. And unfortunately, look, I don't let that happen to me because I just pretty much just go, well, fuck them. I'm not going to let that happen to me. Right. But there's a lot of people out there.
Do research on it.
Yeah, that's what there's a lot of people out there that, continue to go back and those people, look, I hope one day that the light bulb hits and they wake up and they realize if enough people turn around and stop pumping money into these LCSs that they would have to change their ways. And before the whole boom, they were brilliant. Brilliant.
And we're not
But
saying
I
we
don't
want it to fail. We just want
we don't want them to fail.
want
We want
consistency somewhere.
Yeah, and they were brilliant. And
Sauce, it's
post
just
the boom,
yeah.
it seems as though the dollar signs have gotten to their head, Doma. The dollar signs have gotten to their head. And,
That's the thing. Like, I know it's happened with LCSs everywhere, but I think it gets to the point where it's like you said, Sauce. I don't know if it's like a fear of if we sell our product for that low, we're not going to make money. If people are buying your stuff anyway, they're going to continue to do it. It's just like, I know they turn around and say, yeah, but they're buying our stuff anyway, so why should we have to lower the prices? It's because people don't look into it as much. They're just like, oh, yeah, so-and-so's got a break. I'm going to buy into it because it's the relationship we got with them. And then they say, yeah, you know what? It's a good relationship with the business. And, we're supporting local. But you're supporting them by paying double for a box when you can buy 2 boxes and a half, technically, from the States after import and everything. And if you put in an extra $200 over the price that you would have got for the box of 1 here, you could get 3 boxes. Like, I'm all for supporting. I don't want anyone to fail. But it gets to the point where it's like you're just failing your consumers in the end of the day. You are failing your consumers. We don't want you to fail. You are failing the consumer, the hobbyist. That's what it is.
it's sad, Doma. It's
we
sad,
want everyone
man.
to kill it. We want everyone to eat. And people have eaten. They've done their thing. Yeah. That's fine. I'm not mentioning names, yeah. Like, there's no need to. Because they know. Don't worry, they know. And we got a fair few LCSs. And LCSs are shop fronts, online stores as well. Yeah?
Yes.
It's the broader thing. Yeah? So if people think that we're talking about someone in particular, just calm down. It's across the board because everyone's doing it. There's very fair few people that are doing it differently. Card hour. We're talking about boxes getting released for 100 and getting relisted on eBay for 400 5 minutes later. No, we're talking about.
He's probably talking about the Topps Inception when they got dropped on this website for $100, and I wasn't able to get some, and then literally, half an hour later, they're on eBay for $400 pre-order. Look, overall, card hour, we're talking about, just local card shops here in Australia and
whether
across
it's
the
physical
board,
or online,
and whether it be, yeah, that's right, whether it be a shop front, whether it be an online store, and just their operations and the way they're just going about business. They really want to just eat every last cent out of every deal, and I don't know when enough is enough. I know the hobby's never going to go back to those box prices that we had before. Doma's never going to be able to get a Prism retail hobby box for $250 or $220. Like we understand that, but for that box to come out at $2K, for that box to come out $2K on a pre-order, like literally GTFO, like that is beyond a joke. And the market showed that that's not what it's worth because it dropped, right? Same happened with retail boxes, came out $800 on a pre-order, dropping to $450, $500, right? Why not just sell the boxes at $450 or $500 from the get-go? You're getting the damn boxes if you've got distribution channel for $150. Yeah? Like, maybe less. So
it's like I said, it's the failure is not us wanting them to fail. The failure is them on the people in the hobby. They can come refute that. Anyone can jump on. You can refute it. Yeah, we got LCSs, man. We got online LCSs. We got shop front.
We know your pain, mate. We know your pain. All you've got to go in is your supermarket and just buy the stickers. And it's something that I hope that builds up over there in the European market, that they are able to get some card shops in there as well.
Hopefully, Vincent can open up an LCS in Belgium, mate. You can be the first. That'll be
number one.
Nice idea for you. So there you go, Sauce. I know you need to get off your chest. It's been really annoying you over the last few weeks, and yeah, it's not in particular. It's a generalization. So yeah, it's one of those things. And if the problem is, like, if we're choosing to get our stuff from the States, Sauce, over supporting a local business and we're all for local, that's saying something. That's actually saying something. So that's just us. But besides the point. Anyway, let's get to the final. Yeah. Vincent said he can be the first with our customers. Sauceys Smokey. Excuse me.
Yeah, look, I'll be honest with you, Dom. I don't really have too much of a smoky, so we'll just give off something that I've recently been looking at, and I don't know if anyone's talked about or mentioned or remembers when Gary V talked about cricket cards, and it's something that I've been looking about. And if you don't know, if you're listening to this and you're American, you don't know what the hell cricket is. It's pretty much Australia's and England's version of baseball. But there are different formats. There's not just one format. So there is a 20-20 format, 50 over format, 20 over format, a test format. The test format is like the baseball version. But cricket cards and Ricky Ponting's rookie card, which is I forgot exactly what the card was, is 1995 for Terra. I got to bring up my eBay here and I'll have a look. But yeah, so there's just a few names that I've been looking at, and was Ricky Ponting one. So it's 1995 Futura World Series, card number 17, Ricky Ponting, and he's probably one of the greatest Australian batsmen of all time. Then you can go in and look at other countries like India, England, and do your research on those guys. But that's just one that I bought. There's obviously bowlers. You got Shane Warne, the greatest leg spinner of all time, who played for Australia, and then you've got, I don't know what other bowlers you could go on. You could go as far back and try and get some Dennis Lilly. I don't know, but cricket cards, an interesting thing. Something that it's like some of these cards, like this Ricky Ponting card, the entry point's so low, Doma, like $3 a card I paid, and I got 3 rookie cards, and I was like, you know what? Worst comes to worst, I'm stuck with these rookie cards of a legend of the sport. I won't be that upset, but the upside on a $3 card is immense, because Shane Warne's rookie card going for like, I could only one I could find was like $400 or $500. Right. So if it ever catches on, like that $3 card, what's to say it's not a $100 card?
Yeah.
I mean, look at your ROI on that if it turns into 100. Even if it turns into a $50 card, Dom, like that's unreal. So if it ever catches on, Gary V has been talking about this. So this is why I'm mentioning it. Not for any other reason. I didn't think it would be anything. But once Dom told me that Gary V has talked about it, and then I found clips of him talking about cricket cards, I was like, okay, I'm going to buy some, because, freaking Gary V could literally mention something about anything. He talks about this NFT, that NFT, and the price freaking skyrockets. Yeah. The Gary V effect, what I like to call it. So he's talked about it. I'm just letting you know, cricket cards, do your research, go out there and find guys. Ricky Ponting is one guy. Shane Warne is another guy. Virat Kohli is another guy. Sachin Tendulkar is another guy. You can go as far back as, I don't think you're going to be able to find the vintage guys like Don Bradman, the greatest ever batsman of all time. He's already massively expensive. He's essentially like the Mickey Mantle or the Babe Ruth, whatever you want to compare them to in terms of baseball terms.
He's the Michael Jordan. You can
say that. He's literally the Michael Jordan of the sport. He's ridiculously expensive already. But, there's a few names for you, ladies and gents. And as we always say, Doma,
do your research. Have a look. I brought it to Sauceys' attention. He has talked about it, and it came back up at the national. People were talking about Bradman cards. I saw some lives, and people kept talking about cricket cards in the lives and trying to get big accounts to start talking about it. For us, it's like second nature. Not for anything. If it takes off, just put it this way: the people that you should be listening to, if it does take off, right here.
We actually know cricket. Followed it all my whole life.
Yep. My whole life.
It's pretty much like in the summer. In the summer here, what do you have? What's cricket. The only sport on here? Cricket.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, if it comes to Australian cricket, like Australians talk about cricket and cricket cards, doesn't need to be our podcast. It can be any sport trading card podcast. in this country talking about cricket cards, we not only know our nation, we know every single country and their players and how good they are. That's the scary thing. So hopefully it does kick off, and there's some great players in there, like you said, Ponting, Tendulkar, Kohli, Stephen Smith, DDC in the comments. There was a seller with the SGC graded cricket card at the Nationals. That was a Don Bradman, I'm pretty sure. They're going for $900. I'll tell you, if cricket kicks off and becomes a thing, you know what $900 is, Sauce? $900 is easily over $5K.
Yeah, peanuts. We've seen this before with NFL vintage guys, and we've seen this pattern before, Doma, haven't we? And this is what I mean. If you do your research and you buy the right guy, buy the right card, don't be scared to drop that money, because it could very well be one of your best investments if it does take in that trajectory. So yeah,
there you go. That's Sauceys Smokey, and that is a wrap, Sauce, on episode 58. So thank you to everyone in the chats, questions, comments, everything, banter. We appreciate it. Stay tuned on the doublecoverage.media podcasting platform and socials, our socials, everything, for any other updates on lives. Feel free definitely to subscribe to this, and pay attention to our YouTube and Twitch as well, because there is exclusive content only to those platforms that gets dropped, that we do not release anywhere else. So if you want more fix, hobby fix, sport fix, keep your eyes on the YouTube and Twitch. Apart from that, keep living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Dom with the Great Man Sauce, and peace.
Peace out. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking all sports. Double curve.